Hey everybody, this is Jennifer. I'm coming to you with another sales update video, but before I get started, I want to talk about two things. The first are the promotions. I started doing promotions. Basically, I'm doing 5% across the board, 10% on items that are over $100. What I'm seeing is pretty positive. I'm getting a lot of impressions. It seems to be pushing out a lot of items that were very, very common, that weren't getting the views they needed. And have been sitting in my store for a while. So I'm pretty happy about that, but the reason I'm bringing it up is when I first started, I was kind of under the assumption that the fee was on the total amount, kind of like eBay fees. So basically, if you have a $30 item with free shipping, they're charging you the fee on eBay on $30. If you have a $20 item and $10 shipping, they're charging you the fee on $30 on eBay. So I was assuming the promotions work the same way, but from what I understand, they don't. It is on the sale price. It does not include the shipping. So if you have free shipping, you are actually paying more when you sell it through an ad. So you're going to be paying on the full $30 because your shipping is free. But if you are paying, like say you're paying 10% and you have $30 item free shipping, you're paying $3. If you have $20 plus $10 shipping, you're paying $2. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you miss that, like I originally missed that, it's just a good thing to know whether you have free shipping or you don't. All right, the next thing, excuse me, the next thing I want to bring up is I did a sales update video last week, and I was blocked from advertising because YouTube said I had inappropriate content, and I was like, wow, how did that happen? So I looked over my video. I'm thinking, what could be more benign? Excuse me. What could be more benign than a sales update video on used clothing? So I looked it over a couple of times, and I was like, okay, it's not that. And what I did is I looked up why they were doing this at this time, because I also saw some YouTube videos where YouTubers are talking about their videos being rejected for advertising, and there seems to be more and more of that going on. And basically, Walmart and other major companies have pulled out from advertising because YouTube was connecting their videos to maybe inappropriate religious content where people are trying to convert other people over to their religion, or just basically overall inappropriate content where you would not want to be connected to something like that. So I'm thinking, okay, so they're losing major advertisers. So I'm thinking it's probably a keyword I used, not actually my video. So I went and I'm looking at all the keywords, and I looked over a couple times and I was like, there doesn't seem anything wrong with this. And then it dawned on me, I used the word church as a keyword because I said church sale. And I'm thinking it's probably the word church. They probably got very, very strict, even though a church is a very benign word in itself. They probably really became very strict because of what happened, and they don't want to make any mistakes. So I was like, okay, so I removed the word church, and there was a little button that says, if you do not believe this is correct, that your video is okay, please click this button and we will review it. But when I click the button, it says, we only review videos that get like 1,000 views a week. Well, that's not me. That's not going to happen. So I kind of like left it alone. I took the word church out. I figured they'll never look at this again, so it just won't get advertisement dollars, which is no big deal because that's about $2 for me. So that's obviously not a big deal. But what I did notice after a couple of days after removing that keyword, they opened it up for advertising again. So it was the word church that caused the problem. So I'm just telling you, in case you make videos, just be really careful about the keywords you use. What you think is benign and is not going to cause a problem, it could. So I would stay away from anything that has to do with any kind of religion. And there are other ones that are quite obvious. You just don't want to have anything that sounds at all inappropriate in you know, you may think, oh, this will get attention, but what it's going to do is it's going to get you banned from advertising. So I just wanted to put that out there because that was really, really a word I thought in no way would ever cause a problem. Okay, all right, that's all I have for that too. And now we'll get started on the sales update video. And the first item I have is an H&M corduroy blazer. It's teal. It was a very dark teal, so it's hard to see in the pictures. This was only 50 cents at the Goodwill sale, and it sold for $10, and the buyer paid $17.20 with shipping. Okay, this is a pair of Lucky Brand women's jeans. The men's sell better than the women's, but this was only $3.50. It sold for $13.99, and the buyer paid $21.19 with shipping. This is a Pendleton Lodge shirt. It's wool, but it's a washable wool, and this is what the tag looks like. If you see this, these sell very, very well. I only paid $3.50 at the Salvation Army. It sold for $28, and the buyer paid $35.20 with shipping. Okay, this is a Timberland corduroy coat, and I used the word like hunting. I think this is kind of like a hunting jacket. I'm not sure. I'm not really positive. But it had like a wool blend lining. The outside was corduroy, and it had a little bit of leather trim on it, and it was only 50 cents. It really didn't look like anything hanging on the coat rack, but it sold very quickly for $39.99, and the buyer paid $47.79 for this. Okay, this is a Coldwater Creek jacket. This is the tag. It was $119 when it was at the store. It's kind of, it was like a velour paisley. Coldwater Creek, it's kind of okay. It's nothing great. It's okay. But with newer tags, I thought, no, I have to pick that up. So it was $6.50. It was half off at the Salvation Army. It sold, I think it took a few months to sell, but it sold for $35, and the buyer paid $42.20 with shipping. Okay, this is a women's Levi Strauss black denim jacket, and it even had a name on the tag. So if you see names on those inside tags, like I see this a lot, if there's nothing else wrong, I pick them up anyway. It really does not take away the value that much. So this was $4 at the Salvation Army, and it sold within the week for $27, and the buyer paid $34.20 with shipping. This is a pair of Birkenstocks, but they were kind of worn. There you go. But they were only a quarter at the, oh, it was at a church sale, which I can't say anymore. It was at a church sale. But it had a lot of wear. I'm not sure. I think they hold their value even if they do have wear, but I'm not comfortable when something has a lot of wear, like putting it out in a buy it now. So I put it out in an auction for $19.99. It did get one bid, and it sold for $27.19 for shipping. This is a pair of men's Ariat jeans. They were $5.50 at the Goodwill. They sold very quickly for $39.99, and the buyer paid $47.19 for shipping. This is a Brooks Brothers camel hair sport coat. I paid $6 for this at the Salvation Army. It sold for $30.99, and the buyer paid $42.64 for shipping. Okay, this was really strange. This was, the company was Twill 22, but the jacket was new with tags, and the jacket set was $319. But the collar, it was just like a cotton blazer, but the collar looked like it was all rose quartz, the whole entire collar, like this beaded with rose quartz. But I couldn't say for sure because I wasn't sure. It didn't give that information on the tag, so I really wasn't comfortable with even putting that in the title. So it didn't sell very well. I had it for a really long time. Eventually I just took a $20 best offer and sold for $27.20 with shipping. Still not bad. It was $4, so that was okay. This is a pair of Bourne slip-on bicycle toe loafers. I just want everyone to be aware, if you do best offers, People try to give you offers and say free shipping in the little message. So, you know, especially if you're out and you're doing it on your phone and you're accepting on your phone, make sure you're looking at those messages. They can't do that anyway because you could be on an automatic acceptance of a best offer. They're not allowed to throw in free shipping. If you look at the rules and regulations for a buyer, they have to give an offer based on the shipping charges given in the auction. They can't make up shipping charges and put it in a note. And this woman did that, and I have a bunch of people that do that, but I did miss this one. And she's like, hey, I said free shipping. And I copied the thing from eBay and I sent it to her. And I said, you can't do that. I didn't see it, but you can't do that. I said, it's not part of the rules. Here you go. Gave it to her in quotes. I said, please go to this page. You can look at it yourself. Well, luckily she didn't have a fit. She said, well, you know, what do you charge for shipping? And because she was so nice about it, I gave her a break on the shipping. So she paid $25 for the item. I said, hey, just give me $5 for the shipping and we'll just call it a day since I did miss it. And so she paid a total of $30 for these. Obviously, they are worth a bit more, but still it was okay. I only paid $3.50, so that's fine. Okay, this is a vintage men's herringbone jacket or a blazer. This was 50 cents at the Goodwill. I had it for a while. It was missing a button. That's why it was missing a button on the sleeve. But it still sold for $15.99, so 50 cents, that's fine. And the buyer paid $26.54 with shipping. This is a Nike Air, I believe vintage, hooded sweatshirt, short sleeve. These usually get really good money. If it's like in very good condition, it will get really nice money. This was washed and shortened. You could tell. So I, instead of asking a certain amount, I put it in an auction. I said all over the place, please look at the measurements. So I had it out for, what was it, $19.99. And it was bid up to $28, and the buyer paid $35.20 with shipping. Okay, this was interesting because this is, I missed the flaw. This is a pair of Converse high-top sneakers. They were brown leather. If you see these, they are worth a nice amount of money. Always pick them up. However, this is a very common flaw, so always look for this. The Converse, the side, the glue becomes loose and it kind of pulls away from the shoe. I didn't see it, but they were only $3.50. So I put them out on an auction for $9.99. They were bid up to $13 and they sold for $21.50. But just so you know, next time I probably would put this out and buy it now and put the flaw in the title, because this can be fixed easily. And there's lots of videos on how to do it yourself on YouTube. People will buy it with that flaw. So if it's something that's worth a lot of money and has just that flaw, you probably still could get $20 or $25 for them. Okay, this is a pair of Ted Baker distressed Oxford shoes. They were manufacturer distressed, but they were distressed anyway from wear. So I wasn't really comfortable putting them out as a buy it now. And instead I put it out in an auction. I only paid $4, put them out for $19.99. And the buyer paid $19.99 plus shipping for a total of $31.64. And the last item I have for eBay is a pair of Clark's mules. I do not pay more than $5 for any of the Clarks. This one was $5. It seemed like as soon as we were going into fall, the sale price on these really kind of dropped down. Normally, going into spring and summer, I'm getting about around $20 for them, but it seemed to have dropped down right now. I sold these for $15, and the buyer paid $23.65 with shipping. That's all I have for eBay. The last few items are Etsy. This is a Nixon tack lapel pin. I think I have 3 of these. They were $1 each at a church sale. And this one sold for $14.99, and the buyer paid $21.64 with shipping. And the last item is a Bailey Fedora hat. It's a vintage wool felt hat. And if you see my other videos, I love these hats. This was $2.50, and it even had a little bit of a flaw, not a huge one, but it's crossed off on the inside, like there's an X. Normally I would do a close-up picture, but I did this hat before they expanded their photos to 10 instead of 5. So I really had to be picky about what I showed in my photos. But even with that inside being crossed off like that, it still got $29.99, and the buyer paid $39.74 for shipping. Okay, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and your sales are going great, and I will see you next time.